The life of a silk moth begins as a female moth is ready to mate. She secretes a special scent which will drift with the wind and can attract males over a distance of a mile or more. So begins a remarkable life cycle. Seen in this film in several different species of wild silk moth, the stages of growth are typical of the majority of insects. Soon after mating, the female begins to lay eggs in great quantity. Some species lay as many as 600 in a short period of time. Each egg is coated with a sticky secretion, a natural cement that swiftly dries and secures the egg in place almost immediately. Biologists estimate that, except for microscopic life, there are more insect eggs than any other living thing. Though insects and their eggs are food for other creatures, sheer numbers ensure their survival. A single egg, ready to hatch, but the emerging animal bears no resemblance to its parent silk moth. It's a tiny caterpillar, what biologists call the larval stage of the silk moth's life cycle. The eggshell is thin, but very tough. The infant caterpillar must chew its way free. Coiled within the egg until now, it will stretch to its full length for the first time upon emergence. Although caterpillars of different silk moth species may vary in size and coloration, all have the same basic anatomy and behavior. With its specialized legs, the caterpillar will cling to plant stems and feed voraciously on leaves. A silk moth caterpillar eats and grows at a dramatic rate. Its weight can increase as much as 10,000 times over a period of weeks. When tens of thousands are born and begin to feed, entire trees can be defoliated within a matter of days. A caterpillar's skin cannot expand to contain the growing animal within. So all caterpillars and most insects go through a process called molting. The old skin is shed and reveals a new, more spacious one that has grown beneath it. Blood pressure swells and cracks away the old skin layer as the caterpillar struggles free. The process of insect growth, so alien to humans, has always seemed both wonderful and bizarre. A naturalist has observed that the insect seems as if it has come from another planet, more monstrous, more energetic, more insensate, more atrocious, more infernal than our own. Now prepared to feed still more and grow still further, most caterpillars will molt at least 4 times in all. But the most remarkable transformation is yet to come. The caterpillar now begins to secrete silk in great quantity. Many species prepare for the next stage of life, pupation, by binding together a shelter of leaves secured with silk strands. Silk, so fine and durable, it has been prized as a woven fabric for thousands of years. The art of breeding domestic silk moth caterpillars and harvesting the silk originated in ancient China. Though there are many legends, no one knows exactly who discovered the practical use of the caterpillar's strands. Now the caterpillar begins to seal itself within a cocoon. The completed cocoon shelter will be composed of a single unbroken thread of silk, up to half a mile long. Inside the cocoon, over a period of time, the final metamorphosis will take place. The caterpillar's body will undergo dramatic transformation. It's a chemical and biological process scientists are only beginning to understand and may never duplicate. In most silk moths, pupation occurs within a sealed, opaque cocoon. However, some species, like this one, burrow underground to pupate and may at least be partially observed. Pupation begins with the shedding of the larval skin. The pupa is revealed, an organism in transition. Still and apparently lifeless, the pupa is undergoing a drastic and dramatic change within. Triggered by hormones, the caterpillar's tissues are broken down and transformed into an entirely different anatomy. Metamorphosis is complete, and for most silk moth species, the first task of the creature within is to escape from the cocoon that has protected it during pupation. Reborn, the creature that was once an egg, then a caterpillar, and then a pupa, now finally has taken on its parent's form. Not only how, but why metamorphosis takes place is a subject of amazement and wonder. Certainly the combining of several different forms within one life favors a species' survival. The caterpillar, an efficient consumer of food, now is replaced by the swift and graceful moth. Most moths live only a few days, and their sole function is to reproduce. The moth's wings will dry and unfurl, Soon it will and mate. And the astonishing chain of growth and transformation will begin once again.